This is amazing. Look at it, look at it, look at it.
Hi everybody. So today's cooking demonstration, we're making one of my personal favorites with a delicious nutty twist, French toast. And it's gonna be stuffed with our hazelnut cream, and I'm gonna be using Nutella as our stuffing. So since I want to get that nice, lovely hazelnut flavor also in my batter, I'm using a cup of creamer. It could be any brand creamer of your choice. I'm doing a hazelnut flavored creamer. And I'm also using heavy cream instead of plain milk. So normally I would put sugar in the recipe, but since the creamer already is sweet, we wouldn't need any sugar. But if you want to add more sugar, you most definitely can. If you were to just use milk, I would do the 2 cups of milk and then have about a quarter cup to a half a cup of sugar to your liking, however sweet that you would like it to be. We have our 3 eggs. We're also going to be doing a teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter teaspoon nutmeg. We'll also be doing 2 tablespoons vanilla in our French toast batter. So let's get mixing. So we have our eggs, and what I like to do is just beat the yolk and into our egg. We have our hazelnut creamer, which is 1 cup, and then we have 1 cup of heavy cream. And this is the base of our batter. Give that a nice whisk. It smells good already. That hazelnut creamer does wonders. So now let's go in with our cinnamon. One nice heaping teaspoon cinnamon. And just like a eighth of a teaspoon of nutmeg. Then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons vanilla. I eyeballed it. You can also taste this. When I say taste it, it's like just a little dab and taste. Not take a cup and take a swig. Just to see if it's sweet enough for you. So that if you want to add more sugar to this, you can. But me personally, I won't, simply because I will be adding some fresh fruits. Then our hazelnut spread has sugar as well. So we don't want it to be excessively sweet. We want all our flavors to be nicely balanced, okay? So next up, let's get to our bread. For our stuffed French toast, I like to use brioche. Brioche is a nice buttery bread. They do have brands that are already pre-sliced. You could use those if you want, but seeing that we're doing a stuffed French toast, I like to get the whole loaf so I can cut it as thick as I want it to be. So I'm thinking about an inch thick for my slices because I want to get it stuffed nicely. Okay. So now that our batter is made, it's on to the fun part, which is stuffing the brioche bread. If you don't have a loaf or you're not able to cut thick slices, you can always use 2 smaller pieces, and I'll show you how to get that done as well. So for your thicker piece, we're going to turn it on the side of the bread, and we're just going to cut a pocket. So you're going to start in the middle, and you're going to stick the point halfway in or cut down, and then you're going to stop. Okay, so then you see there's a pocket, so you just put your fingers. So if you could see, my finger stops here. Could probably go a little lower if you want, but you don't want to go all the way to the end. Okay, so you want to keep this end closed, and this is the end that's going to be open. So now, if you don't have the thicker bread, you get your 2 slices, and what you'll do, you take your hazelnut spread, and you just simply spread it on like you're doing a PB&J, a peanut butter sandwich. And then you take your other slice and put it together. That's it. Okay? So now with our thicker slices, we're going to take our piping bag and full it. If you don't have a piping bag, you could always use a Ziploc bag and cut the corner. That's also an option. We don't need much. What would be excellent also, if you have some toasted hazelnuts and you just chop them up and mix it into your hazelnut spread to get that texture and crunch. So now what we do, we have our hazelnut spread in a piping bag. We get our slit, we put the tip in the hole, and you gently squeeze. And you see how the bread fills, and you gently squeeze. Beautiful. So now we're getting ready to coat and cook our stuffed French toast. So I have our pan heating up on a medium heat. I'm using a non-stick frying pan. You can use a flat top griddle. You can use any non-stick surface that you prefer that's available to you. So now what I'm using is just about a quarter teaspoon of oil just to coat the bottom. You can use palm spray if you want. You can do butter. I'm using oil today. Okay? So I'm going to start with our thick French toast. And you want to get it coated nicely in our batter. So you don't want it to be too soggy, but you want the bread to soak up your mix. So you're going to get a light sizzle and you're going to turn your flame down to low. And you're just going to let that cook a little bit. So about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how high your heat was. Look at that beautiful color. It's beautiful. And then you're going to get somewhat of some crisp edges when you cook there. And if you see you're smoking a little bit, you turn your heat down lower. And then now you toast the other side. So with our French toast, we did 2 minutes. Got a nice golden crisp on one side. And then we flipped it. And then now we're browning the other side for another 2 minutes. Okay? Let's look at our other side. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look how beautiful it is. It's beautiful. That's hot. Oh, it's not wrong with getting burned by deliciousness. And we're going to repeat. So let me show you the one with our 2 slices. So this is a thinner sliced bread. So you see how we put the 2 slices, we had the Nutella in the middle. Just give it a nice press to make sure everything is still together. And then we're going to dip the same way. So as I dip, I like to just flip it through. So then you could feel when the bread actually soaks in quite a bit of custard, because you don't want it to soak up too much where it just gets soggy and falls apart. Okay? So our heat is on. You hear that beautiful sizzle. Oh, yes. And this is going to cook also for 2 minutes on this side, and then we're going to flip it and cook for another 2 minutes. So this is our toast with the thin slices where we just spread the Nutella in the middle. So this is our top side that we toasted for 2 minutes. And then this is the other side that we toasted another 2 minutes. So it's a beautiful color. Now let's get to my personal favorite part, plating and eating. So now we have our thick, luscious, beautiful hazelnut stuffed French toast. We have some fresh fruit. We got grapes, strawberries, blueberries. Any fruits that you love, you can use. Now that we have our Beautifully stuffed hazelnut French toast plated. Let's give it a taste. This is my ultimate favorite part. Don't judge me. Give a nice cut down the center and look at that gooey lusciousness. It's beautiful. The bread is cooked through perfectly. Enough hazelnut throughout. Let's get some fruit on there. It's a perfect bite. Mm, 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 mm-hmm. This tastes like carnival. Yes, Lord. This is amazing. Look at it, look at it, look at it. It's so delicious as well. It's creamy, it's rich, it's not too sweet. The hazelnut complements everything beautifully. I love brioche bread for that nice butteriness. Ah, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The edges have a slight crisp from stirring it with the oil. Mm, I love it. You can serve it with butter if you want to as well. It's beautiful. Look at that spread. Mm, 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 mm. Comment below. Let me know what you think, what you would add, what you would do different. If you're allergic to nuts, you can do a beautiful strawberry cream cheese filling. Try it. Post pictures, post a video, put it in the comments. Let's see how you did it. So while y'all look at it, I'm going to eat it up. See you in the next one. Bye.